Hello students. This session is on the second session of the fluid mechanics 2. So in this session we are going to study about the types of drag. Okay. So and all the definitions with the expression. Okay. So we are going to study about that. Okay. So let us start with our first topic, that is types of drag here. Okay. Okay. So drag force may be classified into following types. Okay. So the first type is skin drag or friction drag. And second one, pressure drag or form drag. And third is profile drag or total drag. Next, fourth one is deformation drag. Then fifth is wave drag and sixth is induced drag. Okay, so all these definition we are going to study or understand in this derivations. Okay, so what is this heading? That expression for drag and lift. We already know the expression of drag and lift here. And also we are going to study here what? Friction drag, pressure drag and total drag here. Okay, so what this diagram tells us, as we have discussed this diagram, okay, the pressure force which are perpendicular to this stationary body and the shear forces are parallel to this body. Okay, and these forces, and this is what the velocity. Okay, and this forces is what we can say, it has a component drag force, y component lift force. Okay, so now here what they have made, they have considered a small element called as dA. Okay, so here both the pressure force as well as the shear force are acting on it. And here this has been what? Made a component of x and y. Okay, so what all the drag forces that are acting in x direction, and what all the lift forces are there that are acting in the y direction here. Okay, so here the shear stress is denoted by tau naught dA and pressure force P into dA. It is resolved into this theta which is acting with respect to the x-axis. So we can write this resolving this force into tau naught dA cos theta in the x-axis and tau naught dA in the dA sin theta in the y-axis. So tau A dA cos theta is for drag expressions, tau naught dA sin theta is for lift expression. In the same way, PDA, that is pressure force to the element, which is this theta which is acting with respect to the y-axis. Okay, so here PDA cos theta is for lift forces which is acting in the y direction, and PDA sin theta which is acting in the x direction for the drag forcing. Clear now? Okay. So next, consider a body held stationary in a stream of real fluid moving at uniform velocity u. Okay, next, the force acting at any point on the small element dA of the surface of the body are resolved into two components. Okay, so that which are this component? That are shear force tau dA and pressure force P dA. Okay, then okay, then acting along the tangential direction and normal to the surface. Next, what we have, the sum of component of the shear forces in the direction of flow of fluid is called as friction drag or skin drag. The shear forces of all the shear forces which are acting to the direction of the flow is called as what? Friction drag, or we also say it as skin drag. Okay, so this is denoted by friction drag FDF. Okay, friction drag, and it is indicated with the expression that is integration of A tau dA cos theta. So this is a drag component here, so we are only concentrating on the x-axis here. Okay, so this you can write as a equation number 1 here. Similarly, the sum of component of the pressure forces in the direction of the fluid flow or motion is called as what? Pressure drag. It is denoted as dP. Of form drag also we can say it is. Then pressure drag is indicated by integration of A P dA sine theta with the x direction. Okay, then so now we have to calculate what? The total drag. Okay, so FD acting on the body is the sum of friction drag and pressure drag. So write down that equation here. FD is equal to FDF plus FDP. Okay, so in the above we have made an expression on friction drag and pressure drag. Then the summation of friction drag and the pressure drag gives you what? The drag force here, total drag. Okay, so write down the same equation here. In the place of this, FDF tau dA cos theta and FDP P dA sin theta here. Okay, next. So this is how about your drag forces. So next, coming to the lift. The lift on the body is given by the summation of the component of shear and pressure force acting over the body in the direction perpendicular to the direction of the fluid motion. Why it is perpendicular? Because we are considering the y component as a lift component here. Okay, so what is that? FL is equal to the first is friction. Okay, friction lift. So that is what? Tau dA sine theta. And friction for the pressure for pressure lift is what? P dA cos theta. Okay, next. Hence, the equation of drag and lift is given as, this we have already discussed in the definition. FD expression and FL. Okay, so resultant force on the body is what? FR, that is resultant force is equal to root of FD square plus FL square. Okay, next, the drag force depends upon what? First is what? The shape of the immersed bodies. Okay, then position of the body immersed in the water body. Then fluid characteristics. Clear? So this is how about the expression of this lift, drag, friction drag and pressure drag here. Okay, and still we have the deformation, then wave. Okay, these all comes into the types of drag here. So next, coming with this deformation drag here. Okay, so deformation is nothing but elongation, right? So here we have some effect of what? Viscosity. Due to that effect of viscosity, we have the deformation of the fluid element here, or you can say the fluid particle here. Okay, so because of that deformation, okay, certain what we can say, we have to offer the additional resistance for that particular fluid element to escape from that deformation or that viscosity. To reduce that viscosity, we have to offer a particular resistance here. Okay, so next, the component of forces in the direction of motion is known as deformation drag here. Okay, next coming to wave drag. Okay, so wave drag, it is, we can say that it can be applied in the foundation of the vertical piles and piers, etc. Why this wave drag happens? It is due to the horizontal direction of the velocity. Okay, due to the horizontal direction of the velocity, this wave drag occurs. Okay, so how that it can be said, defined? The force acting on the body is partially due to the steady state and partially due to the acceleration. Okay, so this is called as a wave drag here. Okay, so this can be indicated by the mentioned expression. Okay, next. Next is our induced drag here. So what is this induced drag? The lift, okay, it is where the lift force FLO exerted in an infinite airfoil. So aerofoil is nothing but a cross section which gives a cross section for a what we can say, the wings, blades, etc. The aerofoil is nothing but which covers the any of the body here. Okay, which covers any of the body by giving any of the cross sectional shape. For example, the aeroplane wings are the aerofoil here, because that itself removes the whatever the pressure which is coming opposite. Okay, so that we call as a aerofoil here. Okay, so the lift FLO exerted in an infinite aerofoil is perpendicular to the direction of the velocity VO. Okay, so as the velocity is moving in the same way, this force is also what? It is also the perpendicular to that particular velocity here. Hence, FLO is exerted in the finite aerofoil. The force FLO can be resolved into two components in the X and Y. Then the component of FLO in the direction parallel to the V is called as induced drag. Okay, FLO in the direction parallel to the V is called as a induced drag here. Okay, it is denoted by the FDE. Okay, and this is where the formula for FDI. Clear? Okay, so this is how for the today's session here. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can put it in the comment box or in the WhatsApp group. Please, all of you should see the videos, okay, and write down the notes by seeing these videos. Okay, thank you.